Am I the ahle for mocking a rude man in public? I am 37F. The Popeyes I go to has an entirely Mexican staff. It's always very busy in there. They always seem backed up and understaffed like most fast food places. One of the workers is a Mexican lady who doesn't speak English that well. I had already got my food and was sitting in the corner, facing the front of the store. I watched an older man, about 50-ish, come in. The Mexican lady came up to take his order, and he asked her a question about one of the menu items. I don't even remember the question. It was something about an ingredient used in one of the sauces. She said she wasn't sure about the answer, in broken English. He loudly started moaning about how no one here speaks English, and started calling out to the back of the employee area, "Anyone speak English here?" The lady went to get the manager, but he was busy taking drive-through orders. A few minutes later, while the man huffed and grumbled to himself the entire time, the manager came over and answered his question about the sauce, then rang him up. The entire time he was ringing the guy up, he was complaining about how none of their staff speak English. The manager did speak English much better than his other employee. This is when I loudly said, "Wah wah," imitating a baby crying, and put my hands beside my eyes in the crying motion. The man turned around and said, "Are you talking to me?" I said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you," then said, "Wah wah. No one speaks English. No one speaks English," in a mocking way. The man was flabbergasted and argued with me for quite a while, but didn't approach me. I told him she does speak English, and when she didn't know the answer to your question, she went and got an employee that did know. You just had to wait a few minutes, but you're fine, you big baby. I continued to make baby crying sounds at him until he left with his order. I don't feel bad at all about what I did, but I'm curious to know what other people think. I should note he wasn't calling the workers names or yelling at them, just being mildly annoying the way he was constantly muttering and shaking his head like it was such an injustice.